have just had a very pleasant meeting with the Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Palanisamy ji. Thiru Palanisamy ji has extended support to Shri Ramnath Kovind, the presidential candidate, and I have expressed my gratitude to the people of Tamil Nadu and to the leadership of Tamil Nadu for the support that Mr. Kovind has got in Tamil Nadu. We have also discussed at length about several initiatives that the Tamil Nadu government has taken up, particularly after joining UDAY, the Ujjwal Discom Assurance Yojana. I have, in my previous interaction with you, shared with you how the Tamil Nadu losses of the power sector have fallen from nearly 14,000 crores to 3,700 crores in the last 3 years. Ujjwal Discom Assurance Yojana has helped Tamil Nadu become a power surplus country, state, as has the rest of the country. And I'm sure in the days to come, Tamil Nadu distribution and generating companies will also start making profit and will have the ability to serve the people of Tamil Nadu with affordable, adequate, uninterrupted and clean power round the year. We have had discussions about the Cheyur UMPP, which the central government supports and will be taking effective steps to allot a coal block. I have also shared with the Honorable Chief Minister about the huge savings Tamil Nadu is going to get thanks to GST and the reduction of taxes and cess on coal, by which NLC alone, Neyveli Lignite Corporation alone, will reduce cost of power by 508 crore rupees for Tamil Nadu. Other companies who are supplying power will also, their cost will come down, and easily a saving of 1,000 crores will accrue to Tamil Nadu. We have discussed at length about the importance of energy efficiency, and we are looking at expanding the joint cooperation between central and state government on energy efficiency and conservation through the Energy Efficiency Services Limited and the state government of Tamil Nadu working together. All in all, it was a very fruitful meeting, and I'm sure we will continue to work together in the spirit that Prime Minister Modi always articulates, that the government is for 125 crore Indians. The government in the center is working for the universal growth, progress and development of every citizen of this country. And Prime Minister Modi stands committed to the welfare of every poor, welfare of every farmer, welfare of the socially and economically deprived sections of society. He would like to serve the youth of India, serve the women of India, and I'm sure central government and state government together will ensure a brighter and better future for every citizen of India, for every citizen of Tamil Nadu. At the end, I would only like to mention that it is about a year since I last came to this office on 15th of July 2016, when I had met Honorable Thiru Jayalalitha ji, then Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. I had a very, very wonderful interaction with her. I fondly remember that meeting, and I pay my respects to Jayalalitha ji, and I am grateful to her that she agreed to join Ujjwal Discom Assurance Yojana and be a part of the transformation that was going through the power sector, the fruits and results of which are there for all of you to see. The improvement in the power sector will be a legacy that Thiru Jayalalitha ji has left behind for the people of Tamil Nadu. Thank you very much.
There is a major debate going upon in Tamil Nadu regarding the privatization of Ainur power plant. What is the stand of the state, the central? Because central, so what's your opinion, sir?
Well, I think it is for each state to decide how it believes that it can serve the people of the state most efficiently and in a manner by which economic activity grows in the state, new industry comes, new jobs are generated, and I think every state should be allowed to pursue their effort to serve their people in the most efficient manner. I am sure the state government will examine and study all aspects before they take any decision in the matter.
So, Thangamani sir, the green corridor பத்தி நம்ம
State government port.
No, no, central port. Not mentioned.
So there is no move to privatize any port. I don't know what is it that is, I think the question I thought is some local port that is being privatized. But there is no move to privatize any port in the country. So I think it has no relevance.
So, Thangamani sir, நம்ம green corridor பத்தி கேட்டுட்டு இருந்தோம். அந்த விண்டுக்கு மட்டும் தனி interstate green corridor.
I don't understand Tamil, but I have understood the question. I am extremely happy that Tamil Nadu is supporting renewable energy in such a big way, and whatever proposals come from Tamil Nadu to further expand green energy corridors for evacuation of renewable energy will be considered very, very sympathetically, and we will try to extend all cooperation to expand the green energy corridors in Tamil Nadu.
When will start that corridor? When will function?
I am happy to share with you that in the 3 years that the central government led by Prime Minister Modi has been in power, we have already doubled the transmission capacity to the southern grid, and most of it has come to Tamil Nadu. In the next 3 to 4 years, we are going to further expand the transmission capacity by 300% more. So from 3,450 megawatt in 2014, by 2020, there will be 18,000 megawatt transmission capacity to South India. So after that, there will never be a problem either to bring power to Tamil Nadu or to evacuate power from Tamil Nadu.
After joining in the Uday scheme,
I think they made a few requests, all of which we have discussed, and we have come to an amicable. As I said, the Chayur coal block, I have already agreed to allot it and to go ahead and support the state government to set up the Chayur UMPP. I have agreed that I am examining how we can do regional grids instead of state level grid management, so that more and more renewable energy can be brought into this state. I have also agreed to allow NLC to continue one plant which is quite old, but till the replacement plant comes up, they have sought approval for allowing it to operate till June 2018. They will be putting up the request once we get back to Delhi. I'll be considering it sympathetically. Similarly, on solar energy efficient agricultural pumps, we have discussed several ideas, and EESL and the state will be working together to promote more solar energy efficient agricultural pumps. EESL has already tied up with the state government to invest 11,000 crore rupees in Tamil Nadu, which will help to conserve energy and reduce the electricity bills of the consumers through more energy efficient appliances. They'll be doing energy audit of all the state government buildings. They'll be helping to promote the sale of LED bulbs, which will reduce the energy consumption and the bills of consumers. So there is very extensive cooperation between the center and the state, and there is not a single issue on which we have not found agreement today. Thank you very much. Vanakkam to all of you. One last point, even after Vanakkam, so on Kudankalam also, a request was made that maximum power should be allotted to Tamil Nadu. I am quite favorable for that, and we are drawing up a new power allotment formula under which we will try to extend maximum power from Kudankalam Unit 3 and 4 to Tamil Nadu.
so one final question, sir. After joining in the Uday scheme, for every 3 months, the rate will be differ.
Well, that was a misinformation. Yes. That was a complete misinformation and wrong publicity about Uday, because of which for some time Tamil Nadu had not joined Uday. After my meeting in the same room, in the same chair where I sat today, and which is why actually I immediately remember that day when I reached the office today. When I explained to the late Honorable Chief Minister Thiru Jayalalitha ji that is complete misinformation. We had allowed the states, if they want, to do quarterly revision. There was no compulsion. So she understood it immediately. All the other misinformation I corrected last time, and therefore Tamil Nadu joined Uday soon thereafter.
So what is the benefit of Uday scheme for a common public? Is electricity bill
I will
decrease?
explain.
How much it will decrease?
If this loss had not come down from 14,000 crores to 3,700 crores, people would not have got 24 hours uninterrupted power supply. State Discom would not have had money to buy energy, to buy electricity. They would not have been able to supply all of you 24 hours power. And to make good the losses, the tariff would have had to be increased almost by 30% or 40% for the people of Tamil Nadu. Thanks to Ujjwal Discom Assurance Yojana Uday, now without such massive increases, they have been able to bring down the losses so that they can serve the people of Tamil Nadu with 24 hours, uninterrupted, quality, clean and affordable power. Thank you. Except one state in East India who had also agreed to join Uday but for political reasons did not join. Every other state in the country has joined Uday.